All right, welcome to a very special video presentation from the Golden Tee Lounge. That makes it sound a lot more official than it is when you're talking about Golden Tee holes. But today we're not talking about the Jim Zielinski designs or things that we've done. We're actually talking about things that you've done. And specifically, we're talking about Design a Hole, which is the contest that is going on now, and some of the do's and don'ts of this contest. What I've done is taken all of our previous Design a Hole winners, put them in one spot. Jim Little, Tropical Torment. We went to Mansfield, had a big old time. Everybody had too much to drink. It was a really, really good night when we debuted this contest. And we're going to kind of go through some of these different holes. And I'm also going to just talk about a little bit behind the thought process in terms of what you should try to do when you're designing your hole and hopefully submitting them into this year's contest. So first, let's go over what the Design a Hole contest is. We've been doing this 9 years now, which is extraordinary. 9 years. The name of the game is really simple. Design any dream, par 3, par 4, par 5. You can design as many as you want and submit them into us. We have a giant thing, goldentee.com/DAH, Design a Hole, short for that. And we explain the full contest. The winner of this contest not only gets their dream hole in Golden Tee, that's pretty good. Get your hole in Golden Tee, you win a home edition game, and you can also design your Freaky Friday. Film these videos in this room and showcase creative, unique 18-hole creations. You create your own ones. So the stakes, obviously, are really, really high. Very simple contest. You have to submit them, and you've got about 6 weeks to do it, starting here at the end of February, all the way through March and into April. Basically, tax day is where we're going to cut this thing off. Now, do's and don'ts. I do this article every year. I love this hole, by the way, even though I've never been any good at it, in terms of what you should be submitting. I sit in this judging contest. I don't actually make the decision. So once we get all the designs submitted, all the designs are in, we sit down, Jim Zielinski, our co-creator and our course designer, we sit down our artists. I sit in there and say very little other than move the slideshow, and we look at all of these and we say, gladiator, thumbs up, thumbs down, yay or nay. It's a really interesting process, and you get to see a little bit more on what goes into the creation. But I can tell you this, the one major advice item I can give when designing your golf holes, oh boy, is this going to get there? Let's see, is simplicity. Simplicity is key. That's a bad shot. Make a golf hole, make a great golf hole. Don't try and be outlandish with volcanoes and caves. Make a great golf hole that can exist anywhere. If you want to be location specific, that's fine. However, you can limit yourself in some situations if it's so location specific that it won't fit on one of the 2018 designs. So that's one thing to be mindful of. The other thing is, Jim particularly likes really thought-provoking designs. You look at this one here, which was a really, really beautiful, complicated, fantastically drawn designs, The Ancient Ruins by Jason Thomas, and I love this design. His was a work of art in terms of how it looked. Yours doesn't have to be. I see the designs that we pick. I see the things that he likes. It doesn't have to be artistically beautiful. Jason's was, but a lot of the designs we have not exactly been works of art. What should I do here? Should I go? Can I go into this sand? Yeah, let's try that. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece. Grab your kids' colored pencils, start drawing away. Hopefully this works. Oh, that's not going to work at all. Don't design a rock that clearly I'm going to hit, because that's just bad golfing. Just draw. If you have a good idea, put it down on paper and show us what it is, and ultimately I think you're in the right spot. To actually win this contest, as simple and stupid as it sounds, you have to give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance, and don't worry about your penmanship. We've seen some really weird things. We've seen things on envelopes and cocktail napkins and all sorts of stuff. What you're doing will be fine. So don't worry about that. Another tip. So many good designs, and Jim will take some liberties in changing and tweaking some designs. So many designs can be lost because of significant elevation changes, because of significant distance issues. You've played Golden Tee. You know Golden Tee. You know what certain clubs can or can't do. Oh, that's bad. Good hop, maybe? No, that's not good. If your shots are just too unrealistic, then ultimately it can be an issue, and it will be an issue. I'm chipping well. I should just keep doing this. So be mindful of clubs. If you're making a par 5, can it be reached in 2? Is it too easy? Is it too hard? What clubs will you have to be? Again, you know golf, you know Golden Tee. This is a chance for you to kind of flex those muscles. Other thoughts on this is in terms of the design and creation process. Risk versus reward to me, and this is my own personal opinion, is where that sweet spot is. But don't overcomplicate things. Take this hole for example, Bear Valley, which I really, really like. This is probably personally, we like all design holes, but this might be one of my favorite designs yet. You see a design like this, where off the tee you've got a few different decisions. You can lay up in the fairway and always give yourself a layup spot. Please note that. Write that down 100 times. Don't just make this a drivable par 4 with only one option, which is go for it or not. Give yourself a chance for someone to play for birdie. You've got 2 other decisions. You can go around to the left. You can go around to the right. Pretty straightforward. There's nothing exactly, fantastically wild in that, but these are good golf shots. These are challenging golf shots. These are shots that could offer up variety depending on conditions, and ultimately that's something that we're looking for. Above all, and last but certainly not least, as I've already talked too much and told you a bit more what to do, enjoy yourself. In the end, we're designing golf holes for Golden Tee. We're doing this 9 years. It's a long time to be doing this contest, but we really enjoy it. I love seeing what people have to offer up when it comes to these designs. It's thought-provoking. It makes me think about what I would love to see. This is a contest where I wish I was an employee so I could actually do this thing. So have fun. Come up with crazy, weird, hopefully good designs. You can get your hole in Golden Tee. And oh, by the way, you can win your own home game. And that's a really cool thing. The stakes in this really are quite high. So design a hole. GoldenTee.com/DAH for full details. Submit all that you want. We will look at each and every one of these things, no matter how weird or good or bad that they are. And then stay tuned, because we'll start releasing finalists here in the middle to end of April. Good luck, and hopefully you have a design that wins this year. We'll see you next time.